The most horrifying public stunt display failures. A lot of you kids will be too young to remember, but almost 17 years ago our daily lives in America were stopped dead in our tracks for 90 minutes to see if anyone could rescue a young boy who was inside a weather balloon in Colorado. The radio station that held a Hold Your Pee for a Wee contest, in which a nurse called in to warn them that the contest could be fatal. A 28-year-old mother of 3 died of water intoxication. Have we already forgotten the press conference at the Four Seasons Landscaping Company? The Cleveland Balloon Fest 86 is the ultimate example. They released 1.5 million balloons thinking it'd be a cool visual, but it just shut down the airport and hampered a Coast Guard search for 2 missing fishermen. The crash at Crush, https://en.wikipedia.org wiki_crash_@_crush. In 1896 some railroad employee in Texas thought it would be a neat idea to crash 2 trains into each other, head-on, literally just as a fun community event. Anyone in Texas who wanted to go got discount train fare to the event, and about 40,000 people showed up. When the trains crashed into each other, both of their boilers exploded, killing 2 people in the crowd and injuring many more, including a photographer who lost his eye. 10-cent beer night at a Cleveland Indians game in 1974. It ended in a riot. Wu Yongning was live recording a stunt of himself climbing to the roof of a 60-floor building. He had done a lot of these and would record himself hanging off the edges for money. Well, this day he's got everything set up, but can't get himself back over the edge to the top and fell. The camera is stationary so you don't see the aftermath of the fall, just the fall itself. And no, he did not survive. Al Capone's Vulturaldo Rivera. Detonating a dead whale, https u2.bev6 Selam Sui 34. SIF 3 CRLTV 8 LF88 GTO. Patti LaBelle sings a This Christmas ear at the 1996 National Tree Lighting, https www.youtube.com watch VZ80 for QTJLPPHE. It's an annual Christmas tradition to watch this in my family. There's a famous German TV show which was half celebrity interviews and half people trying various feats and stunts with the audience betting on the outcome. In 2010 there was this guy who bet he could somersault over moving cars wearing springs on his feet. You can guess what happened. He's now a celebrity paraplegic. December 31st, 1999. The networks had 24 hours of uninterrupted coverage of the Y2K disasters as they unfolded. I remember at one point they had an intern come out and show Dan Rather how to do a card trick. The Ramstein Air Show disaster on August 28, 1988 at Ramstein Air Base in Germany, https u2.bphd0ifsnpvc, iskutar9_vk2t7vpdx. Evil Knievel Caesar's Palace Jump. I watched live. Holy shit. Opening of the Olympic Games in South Korea, when the doves got roasted by the lighting of the Olympic flame. September 1988. The guy, actually named Guy Gomer I believe, who got interviewed on live by the BBC due to a name confusion when he was just interviewing for a job. He didn't end up getting the job either. I'm also surprised no one mentioned the Challenger yet. That was a defining moment for a generation of Americans. Balloon Fest 86. https en.wikipedia.org wikiballoonfest_86. The Ashanner crash at SFO. Not only did one woman survive the crash only to be killed by a fire truck responding to the crash, but on live news one of the reporters read off a list of punny racist names given to them by an intern thinking it was funny. WKRP's turkey stunt. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. We all know the truth. JK. In 1965 there was a promotion for Santa's arrival at the Northtown Shopping Center in Rockford, Illinois, where Santa would arrive via parachute into the mall's parking lot. Santa did land safely, but his elf it did not. His chute failed to open and he fell to his death in a nearby backyard while everyone watched. The gender reveal that literally started a wildfire. Like imagine trying to announce a baby and accidentally announcing the collapse of an ecosystem too. The Australian radio station that pranked a nurse in England by pretending to be Queen Elizabeth, asking about Kate Middleton. The nurse killed herself. That tightrope walker that fell without a net, maybe in the 70s? The original cast of Saturday Night Live did a live Sunday special. They filmed it on the street in New Orleans during Mardi Gras, and the plan was to have a Mardi Gras parade march by as a part of the show. The parade didn't come, but it was live TV, so they made up stuff and stalled for time. Due to a planning error by producers, the parade never came. Well, the Challenger didn't go as planned. 1955 Sierra Leone's man's disaster. 80 people died when one of the racers crashed into the crowd. Owen Hart's zip-lining entrance. The guy that made his own parachute and jumped off the Eiffel to his death. That one video, that I wish I could forget, filming the 2003 station nightclub fire. A fire suddenly breaks out after the pyrotechnics went faulty. The video basically catches the audio of hundreds of people panicking and screaming as they are being burned alive. 100 people dead in 6 minutes, and most of it is audio. Horrific. Cybertruck window. I guess it wasn't horrible, but it also didn't go as intended. In 2007, the Cartoon Network tried a guerrilla marketing campaign for Aqua Teen Hunger Force. They put little LED versions of the Moonanite characters in various Boston locations, and people thought that they were explosives. Apparently the panic caused $2 million in damages.